Canal for cancellation offer.
Well,
100 mil for just £25 a pack. I can get this online.
we're going to be talking about Sunderland Football Club, and it's coming on Talk Sport any minute, just after the adverts and stuff. On the Hawksby and Jacobs show on Talk Sport. It just goes to show you we're in Division 1, and you know, it's twice. This is the second time it's going to be mentioned on the radio. So it's just amazing, isn't it? You know, how one player can do the difference, can make the difference to how people notice your club. And it's not just that, we're a big club, aren't we? We're a massive club, Sunderland. We know we are. And, you know, everybody knows we shouldn't be where we are. And it is. It's just the whole place has just had a lift, hasn't it? So hopefully they'll be out there about to have a chat and talk about Sunderland, and it'll be interesting to see what they say while I'm just at work having a bit of a breather. Been busy, but I'm now at the rank, and it's a quiet spell, to say the least. But I'm still sort of buzzing from last night, like, oh, it's quality. You know, oh, tired from being up late last night. So we'll just wait for the adverts to pass over, and then we'll tune in.
Yep, every day's a school down.
So here we go.
About Charlie Baker in the break there, who was whistling along.
Sunderland everywhere.
Man, you've got a high whistle. I've got piercing. Is there anything I can do, Paul?
Hawksby and Jacobs, but somebody's standing in for Jacobs anyway.
Very good whistler. A high-pitched, powerful whistle. I've always
Just great.
Very, very annoying person.
In Division 1, and when everybody's talking about Sunderland, I really hope there's a full house on Saturday. Like, it'd be brilliant.
Very good around dogs, sheep dogs. Come by. Alright, okay. Yeah, country people. Country ways. Yeah, that's good whistling, Charlie. I'm quite envious. Thank you very much.
Keep my eye out. There's an ambulance coming up behind me, but I'm sitting in the parking bay, so I'm alright.
Any tunes, any songs from the shows you'd like Charlie Baker to whistle? Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, come on, please. And we're going to talk about Sunderland now. Yeah, very interested in this. Got Gov the other night, sacked their manager. He did. We saw the return of Jermaine Defoe. And now Mick McCarthy has thrown his hat into the ring.
Mick McCarthy, yeah?
Not literally. It's a huge club, Paul. Yeah, huge club. He wants back in. Fan base is a brilliant fan base. They absolutely love the club. They're just sucking up to our next guest.
They shouldn't be in League One, should they?
Well, look, he's fresh from the local tip. It is indeed. Atletico Mince's Andy Dawson. Good afternoon, Andy.
Good afternoon, fellas.
Should we
Sunderland.
start with the tip? Because you seem incredibly excited.
What a fan base we do have. Mick McCarthy, yeah?
Just back from my first visit to Sunderland's new tip. I'll paraphrase. You say it's a revelation. It does look. It looks like a football club training ground. It looks very impressive.
It is. It's just opened this morning. It's state of the art. It's just been custom built. And the revelation is the only word I can use to describe it, to be honest.
Who cut the ribbon, Andy? Did they have anybody?
Let's talk about the tip.
I don't think anybody did. It's what they call a soft launch, I think.
Yeah.
So there's
That's not St James's Park, is it?
But it's so well done.
They had Lee Johnson booked to do it. They probably did. And he said, if you think I'm doing that now, tell him to get tip. Tell him to get stuffed. I'm not doing the tip opening now.
Yeah, he's otherwise occupied. But the depth of the skips, lads, it's incredible.
Oh, really?
Well, there we go.
Really chuck a lot of stuff in there, and it's so well organised as well. It's like specialised road lanes and everything, and it works off.
So if you're bored, you want to get an holiday, get to the new tip. Apparently,
20-minute slots, so you don't just turn up and then have a queue for an hour and a half. You know, on the off chance, it's so well done.
Yeah.
It's almost German in its efficiency.
Are all the boys who work there though, kind of in brand spanking new outfits? There's not been that build up of sort of grime, is there really, of where they're going to get?
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so because of Jermaine Defoe and the signings, we're talking about a brand new tip. Apparently.
So this new one, they brought in new staff as well, so it's a big expansion. It's good times.
Good times.
Probably letting the youth team work at the old tip. Are they, Bring on the
Yeah.
kids at the old tip just so they learn the ways.
It's always very exciting when you get a new tip, certainly. So what about, are you equally as excited about the prospect of a new manager? And what, at first, a lot of people have been saying, can you sack Lee Johnson? Look where you are in the league. That's a sort of, some of the Sunderland fans take. Have you got a different take on that?
Yeah, I've got quite a different take on it. I mean, Lee Johnson, he's overseen a kind of a roller coaster over 15 months or so, lots of ups and lots of downs. And the thing with Johnson was, when you went on a bit of a streak of bad results, he found it hard to get out of them. And
Absolutely.
we were in another one of them. We'd only won 1 out of the last 5, and we've conceded 13 goals. And looking longer term, we've won 7 in the last 17 in the league, and that's just not promotion form. So
Here.
that, and I think there were other issues as well. I was never a fan of his from the off. It's easy to say that now, but I never was a fan of his. And
Here.
I shed no tears to see his departure, put it that way.
Right.
That's a shame.
And so, I mean, look, there's other options, I guess. But what about this story today that Mick McCarthy would like to come back?
Well, as you said, I'm sure he would. Yeah, I'm sure there's probably a list of about 75 different managers who'd fancy a chance.
Mick McCarthy, would you?
We could do a lot worse. I think at this stage we need to try and be pragmatic and get out of this league, because that's the only objective. We've got a director of football, or sporting director, or whatever they're called, and there seems to be a sort of a long-term project in place. And as far as I'm concerned, the project is get out of this league this season. And if it needs somebody like Mick McCarthy, or Neil Warnock's been mentioned a few times.
Fancy Warnock, like.
I'd have Roy Keane back. I'd have Roy Keane back in a heartbeat, because
Roy Keane.
He's managed us before. He took us from the absolute rock bottom of the Championship and got us up into the Premier League.
Talk about stepping back in time.
He gets the club. He gets the. I mean, we're in League One. We've been in League One for 4 seasons, but it's a massive club, Sunderland, and you can't say we don't deserve to be in League One.
He's not wrong, is he?
On their merits, positive or negative, we're there for a reason. But it's a sort of job that's not for everyone. It needs somebody with a big mentality and a big character who can take the club by the scruff of the neck, and that wasn't Lee Johnson. So it does need somebody. We need to begin acting that we shouldn't be at this level. We need to be acting big rather than acting small, which I think we've been doing over the past couple of years. So, yeah.
And Jermaine Defoe came back yesterday. Now that's gone down well.
Wouldn't it be good if we mentioned Lee Philly on Talk Sport?
Yeah, everyone seems to be on board with that. Again, Jermaine Defoe at this level, even if he's only a quarter of the player he was when he was with us last time, it feels like a cheat mode almost in this league, because he might just come off the bench most weeks. But can you imagine your average League One defender looking at Jermaine Defoe warming up on the touchline when you're kind of 65 minutes into a game and beginning to get tired and just thinking, oh God, he's coming on now. I think he could be the thing that gets us out of this league. Automatic promotion, I think, is gone. We're near the top, but the 2 teams above us have got games in hand, and I can't see either of them collapsing. So I think we're looking at the playoffs. Automatic promotion's really, really slim possibility at this point. But Jermaine Defoe, there's no reason why he can't do it. Akinfenwa was still doing it about the same age for Wickham. So Jermaine Defoe, who was notoriously fitness obsessed when he was with us before, he's still only 39. We've seen other players play at that age.
Yeah, only 39. He's a young'un.
He'll bag a few goals and get us out of this league.
Well, he smoked out a few other old boys. I see Jabril Cisse says he would love to come back. It'll be Dwight York will be coming out of retirement as well. It's like the Wild Geese, like the Blues Brothers.
I'd suggest Neil Warnock, because it's a horrible, horrible division. Yeah. You have to play horrible, horrible football to get out of it. Just watch Wickham last season and this season, who are up the top there. You have to be horrible to win. You can't do it with finesse. You just have to sledgehammer your way out of that division. And I think what big clubs, annoyingly, disappointingly for them, do is go down to there, think we'll play like a big club. You have to just grind it out.
Yeah, absolutely right, Charlie. I mean, there seems to be an increasing tendency in League One for teams to play it out from the back. Yeah. And you're in League One, you don't have the capabilities of doing that. Just because you've seen Manchester City do it doesn't mean that Sunderland Yeah, exactly. Mix it up a bit.
Yeah. Beat teams up.
It's interesting. So, I mean, I think I'm pessimistic as a Tottenham fan, but to see you 1 point off of the automatic places, but you're feeling that it's already gone, Andy. It's as you say, you know though, as a fan, you know if the teams above you were better, you can feel it in your bones, can't you?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They will have games in hand. The fixture list will catch up with them a little bit. They will drop points, but we probably have to go on a run of winning 13 out of our last 17, I think, to get automatic promotion. So it's fallen away yet again. And I'm sceptical about who they'll bring in next. I think they might bring in another PowerPoint presentation coach who is all potential and all talks the talk but doesn't walk the walk. When, like Charlie says, it just needs someone to get the club by the scruff of its neck and haul us out of this league.
Yeah, it's Red Adair. It's parachuting now. Red and white smoke pouring out of his boots. Neil Warnock.
He's in there.
Even
He's on the train now.
He's
there.
Cheers, Andy. We'll leave you to dream more about the tip. And you got more athletic events coming up and top flight time machine.
Yeah, still doing them.
So there we go on national radio, Talk Sport, and hit the nail right on the head about we need a manager. And I've said this for months and months and months and months, years even, especially being in this division. We need a manager with character and presence. Jack Ross, Simon Grayson, Phil Parkinson, Lee Johnson. None of them have got any of that. And surprise, surprise, we're still in Division 1. So we all know it. Let's just hope the owners know it and our next appointment is going to be right. Because that's what we need, a manager with a big presence and a big personality. And that's what will do it. So there we go. Sunderland FC on Talk Sport. See you later.